Hey guys, this is Mekkah, and you are watching Chapter 25, The Shrine of Meals, in the amazing ROM hack, Void's Blitzarre Adventure. This chapter is weird, but it does have a story, something about bananas. I don't get it. Anyway, I'm giving Celicia another energy ring. For one, because it will improve her warp range if I ever decide to start warp skipping maps. And for two, it increases her torch range for this map, which means I will be able to see more through the fog of war. And for three, because, I don't know, she sees a lot of combat, so I would like to see her 2-hit KO things. So if you paid attention to the save file, you probably saw that I already beat this chapter in a previous attempt, but that previous attempt is scattered over a bunch of different recordings, and I felt like doing a more proper one. Don't worry, this one has enough mess to make it a little bit intense. I didn't exactly plan out this run of this chapter, but I do know pretty much what is coming at me for the most part. So this map is filled with characters that look like Erica and Ephraim, except they're red because they're enemies, aka Lords and Great Lords. And as you can see, they hit kinda hard, and they're surprisingly accurate, but thankfully this one missed Celicia. I still have animations on because of the boss battle last map. Celicia does double them, thankfully. There are various flavors. I think I show off their skills a little bit later, but they have the skills that Void also has in general. There's also a bunch of mannequins in this chapter, the ones that look like Mirror, and here's a green dude. His name is Bjorn or something. You can talk to him with Void, but he doesn't immediately join you, which kind of sucks because you know, the thing about these green units is they like to kill themselves. You know, they like to get themselves killed. This guy pretends to be a bit durable because he has Nosferatu, but in reality he is pretty hard to keep alive, especially with his squad because he has too much con to get rescued. I'm showing off the mannequin stats here. They basically have Mirror's Dragonstone, so they are really bulky. And remember how I said last chapter that these Dragon Spears and Worm Slayers, they weren't really worth getting? Well, they kind of make it hard now to one-round kill them, but Silverlance Kirsten with a rally strength from Jerome can do it. So since they're not that high in number, it's not that hard to deal with them, but they are really accurate and they 2-hit KO me. So I gotta be careful. But yeah, Bjorn is too heavy to be rescued by any of my units. Void can't do it, Kirsten can't do it, Celicia can't do it, so I just kind of have to let him run around and hope he doesn't get himself killed. He does have the helpful property of using physics sometimes on my units, but it's not the greatest thing ever. Right now he's standing still. I think if you talk to him, he starts doing different things. I think it changes his AI somehow, but I'm not sure. Oh, and he's French, and Void doesn't speak French. And he gives me a free elixir, because why not? Not sure if you need to talk to him in order for him to join. But you do need to keep him alive, at least. As far as I know, there's no way to get him to join you right away. The conversation seems to be quite intent on making that clear. So Kirsten is one tile too far away to get this kill with the Silver Lance. This is a common trend in this map, being one tile short. As you can see, the map isn't very big, and because my torch range is so huge, it's actually not that hard to see what's going on through the fog. The enemy density is also not very high, especially compared to last chapter. I don't know how much smaller this map is, but there's definitely a lot less enemies, but the enemies that are there are kind of scary, so I appreciate it. It's kind of like the reason why I liked the map before, the River Rush. High quality enemies in low numbers, it just seems to work better. Or at least make things less tedious, even if your design is bad. So you can see there's another Erica Lord right over there. I think eventually I show almost the whole map with the torch staff. The mannequins are kind of scary, but Jerome can kill them with a critical, with the Kill Lance. Even though he doesn't have the strength to 2-hit KO, he's still fine. The chests have, I believe they both have a dragon spear, so that's another reason why the villages last chapter were pretty much worthless. You can just get more dragon slaying things here. It looks like I'm RNG abusing the way I'm moving Cilicia, but I'm actually just hesitating a little. I'm trying to keep this map short, but I also wanted to be careful. So, I don't think I'm showing where the boss is. I'm not quite showing off her stats. I'm showing off the other two. These are Great Lords with bandit portraits for some reason. I think those are just the defaults. So you can't quite see it yet, unless you know the weapon icons, which I don't, but they have Lancebreaker. So Jerome and Kirsten are really bad against them. They have really poor hit rate, and they, I'm not sure if they get 2-hit KO'd, but they do fairly poorly. So I have to use Cilicia against these guys. No one else really handles them. And the boss, she's something else. She's basically another Wendy, but with general properties instead of Great Knight properties. Really annoying. So yeah, I was contemplating leaving her in range, and I was like, oh, you've got Lancebreaker? Okay, never mind, I forgot. I have some vague memory of actually killing them with a lance using unit, so I thought I might be fine, but I actually need Cilicia. Our reinforcements are gonna start popping up. Sometimes you hear like this bloop sound that you hear in 28X of Heavy 7. Let's see if it's here. Yeah, there we go. And from what I can tell, that doesn't change any floor tiles or anything, it just makes these Manicheets pop up, or it's a signal that these Manicheets come out of nowhere. I've had these guys ambush Void before and it wasn't pretty, so I'm gonna make sure she's out of range while she uses chest keys on these chests. I think I brought another chest key on Jerome or something, but I ended up using Void. Kind of improvising here. Void does survive a round of combat with these dragons, but I'd rather not have to. So I think I'm just gonna put Jerome in range of this guy. With a kill lance. Rallying not being very significant right now. Oh, by the way, can I just complain about the fact that this chapter has 4 deployment slots and one of them is Void? Like, good god. Are you trying to be Hector mode? Because this is how you're Hector mode. I get that it's part of the appeal in a way, like if you could bring like 8 units, this map wouldn't be nearly as hard, but I think it's kind of a cheap way to have some difficulty. Cilicia would survive these hits, by the way. Because I think you can see now that this other guy does less damage. Just 22 HP left to do 21 damage. Which of course I totally knew. Here you can see Kirsten's awful hit rate, it's like 20 to 30% displayed. So I have to use Cilicia. And as you can see, she was borderline 2-hit KO'ing these guys. She 2-hit KO'd one of them, I think. Maybe she got a critical. I think she got a critical. But she's very close, so you can see that it's in no way overkill to give her that energy ring. And there's also a Sage that popped up behind Bjorn. He isn't too much of a threat, but I have lost a run before to him getting a crit on Bjorn because he has Aura. So Bjorn doesn't have enough crit avoid to avoid that crit. Yeah, he has 10 luck and you can see his 12 constitution. I think if I hadn't given Kirsten the body ring, she would have been able to pick him up, but as is, no dice. So Jerome picks up this other chest, so Void doesn't have to. And Bjorn's like, yeah, let's go aggro on this dude. Bjorn surprisingly doubles this Sage, even though he just joined, so he seems like a pretty good unit. He can join the long line of units that I have that I would like to deploy more often. If I had more unit slots. I know I'm complaining about that a lot suddenly, but in this chapter it's really apparent, and in general, unit quality in this game is high, and in a fan hack that just happens. Okay, so let's check the boss out, shall we? I think. Let's check her out. Yeah, so she has a spear and a tomahawk. She drops Gleipnir, she can't use it. Amazing luck, so you can't really crit her. And all these usual things. The most annoying being a Weary Fighter with 8 speed. That's just a big slap in the face. Like, you'd be so close to doubling her, but you can't. Jerome is 1 tile short of being able to rally strength on Kirsten, which sucks. So at first I'm like, do I rally? But then I decided, let's reposition. Yeah, he has that skill still. Didn't think about it. didn't pay it much mind for the last 10 chapters or so, but he does still have that skill. And we'll just heal up Celicia so that she's ready to help out against the Sage, maybe heal Bjorn. And I really badly want to have Kirsten do some work here. But it's hard because, you know, Great Shield or Path Ice is such a great and balanced skill. You can see Banana also has like 3% crit on me with Spear. Kind of like Vigard in Vanilla FE8. Really annoying. So my goal here was not actually to damage her, but to make her switch to the Tomahawk. You can see my hit rate now is beyond atrocious, but I hit a 45 anyway. And now what this allows me to do for the next few turns is use Axe Reavers against her. And here's a really scary Manakee that suddenly popped up and attacked Bjorn with 18% crit. And Bjorn uses Nosferatu, but because he does so little damage, it doesn't get him out of KO range. Another really scary aura. I want to say the Sage had an Anima weapon at first, but he switched to Aura, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Bjorn thankfully gets some HP back, but it's not enough to be out of KO range, so he's gonna have to try again and he misses. So he's really in danger and he needs some healing from Celicia really quickly, or he's gonna get destroyed. Here he does a very dangerous Nosferatu attack. If he missed here, he would have died. So, fuck Bjorn. Worst NPC. The guy was on a pillar too, like that was so risky. Really wish Bjorn would have just run off and healed. Just use one of your many elixirs, dude. So yeah, Celicia has no choice but to heal here, since, you know, I can't pick up the guy. Also, I was wrong about the chest. There's one Dragon Spear, one Master Seal, apparently. Pro commentary. Very well prepared. I do want Celicia to be a little closer to the boss, just in case she needs to help out with, like, I don't know, using Mend instead of Physic or something. It doesn't really matter. I'm actually happy to use Physics here, since I just want Celicia to get a bunch of EXP. Keep getting some magic and speed. So I do have to Vidofnir at this point, which is a great way to damage Banana or whatever. If she's not holding that Tomahawk, but right now she is. Still trying to decide what the best way is to keep handling the boss, but also keep Bjorn safe. I think I should use an elixir here. Yeah. And keep making her use the Tomahawk. Banana, I mean. So that when I finish her off, I can use the Axe Reaper. If I hit her with Vidofnir, that's great, and if not, that's fine too. I just want to get both Jerome and Kirsten close, so they can both attack her. Because, if I recall correctly, Celicia doesn't do too much damage, and Jerome gets in a rally strength, so that means if I hit, I'm going to do a shitload of damage. Hit rate isn't even bad on Vidofnir. I think it might give skill. And yeah, we get 23 damage, and that's great. This is, I think, in range of an Axe Reaver kill. Perhaps even without rally strength. Another really scary moment for Bjorn. But he managed to dodge the bullet. Not the attack, but the bullet. And for some reason he runs off, but he doesn't heal. Maybe he doesn't have an elixir. I guess he gave away his only elixir to Void like a fucking moron. So here we have two shots, one with Kirsten and one with Jerome, and we get the Axe Reaver kill with the flashy crit that actually has 0 crit. Something something Donkey Kong, something something bananas. And we get this amazing level up for Kirsten. It's brilliant, right? More HP means more survivability. And we get Gleipnir, which I'm pretty sure literally no one in my army can use. Unless Bjorn has S rank Dark. I should probably check that next chapter. If I have space for him. This level up, on the other hand, is actually good. Nice speed. Nice magic. And we get a new skill, because I think she had level 15. Yeah. And that means she gets, I think it's slow burn. Or quick burn, yeah. So that means that early on, which is, you know, the most important time in FE, she gets plus 15 avoid and hit for no reason. So that's cool. I'm broken. So we'll seize, and that was it for chapter 25. And I just got a message. Shut up. Merci. What did you just say? Yeah, she doesn't speak French. Must be a JoJo reference. Alright, see you guys next time for 26.